Thank you. I now recognize the gentleman from Arizona, Mr. Crane, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, for holding this hearing today. I want to thank you all for joining us on this important subcommittee hearing. I only have 5 minutes, so I ask you to please keep your answers brief. I also have a service of unanimous consent request that I'll be entering into the record after my questioning. Mr. Antifson, on January 27, 2024, President Biden said a new, broader bill would grant him new emergency authority to shut down the border when it becomes overwhelmed. Additionally, on January 30th, 2024, President Biden said, when asked about his actions on the border, "I've done all I can do. Give me the Border Patrol. Give me the people who can stop this and make it work right." My question to you, sir, did President Biden lie to the American people about his actions and authority at the southern border?
He claimed there was nothing else he could do, and then he did more that summer with the executive order. So clearly he wasn't telling the truth.
Thank you. DHS and CBP fall under the executive branch, meaning Biden always had the authority. He chose to operate the border in the way he did. Would you agree with that, sir?
Yes.
Mr. Blair, U.S. Customs and Border Patrol protection data released February 18, 2025, according to U.S. Customs and Border Patrol protection from January 21st through January 31st, 2025, the number of U.S. Border Patrol apprehensions along the southwest border dropped 85% from the same period in 2024. The number of inadmissible aliens encountered by CBP's Office of Field Operation at ports of entry along the southwest border dropped 93% in the 11 days after January 20th compared with the 11 days prior, and the list goes on and on. My question is, and please answer yes or no, sir, would you agree CBP data suggests that President Trump's first 30 days in office was more effective at stopping illegal immigration than 4 years of Joe Biden?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Ms. Rice, my question is, briefly explain what liberal states stand to gain from mass illegal immigration and unchecked parole.
Part of it's head count. They're counted in the census, even though non-citizens can't vote and are not supposed to vote. And then those numbers are used for districting in Congress. And then in turn, those same numbers are also used for the presidential electoral college votes.
Would you agree, ma'am, that redistricting is a major political outcome for Democrats welcoming migrant caravans into their local communities?
Yes, it gives them more head count and therefore more districts.
Would you agree illegal immigration for redistricting is not what the founders intended under Article 1, Section 2, Clause 1 of the Constitution regarding congressional districting?
I agree.
I'd like to play a 20-second recording of a former Homeland Security Committee member. Can we go ahead and play that?
Brooklyn, New York, we have a diaspora that can absorb a significant number of these migrants. And when I hear colleagues talk about, the doors of the inn being closed, no room in the inn, I'm saying, I need more people in my district, but just for redistricting purposes. And those members could clearly fit here. And from Brooklyn, New York, we have a diaspora that can absorb a significant number of these migrants. And when I hear colleagues talk about, the doors of the.
Thank you. That was Rep. Yvette Clarke, a Democrat from New York, from January 8th, 2024. Her words outlined Biden's failed plans for illegal immigration to gain political influence. Ms. Rice, you wrote on this issue for Heritage Foundation in February of 2024. The article was titled, "Stop Allowing Non-Citizens to Determine Congressional and Presidential Representation." It was a great piece, and I plan to introduce the article into congressional record at the conclusion of my 5 minutes. The last thing I want to say to Mr. Reichlin Melnick is I find it interesting as I sit here and listen to you blame President Trump and attack President Trump, for saying to the American people that he was going to protect the American people, he was going to put them first, and he was going to implement policies to fix the mess created by the Biden administration. And I just find it rich that you're attacking President Trump for doing exactly what the American people wanted, not the individual who caused this problem. And
deal. They're not.
Then you serve as vice president in an administration that deported
3 million people, the most ever in U.S. history. Did you do anything to prevent those deportations? I mean, you've been asked this question before and refused to answer, so let me try it once again. Are you prepared to say tonight that you and President Obama made a mistake about deportations? Why should Latinos trust you?
What Latinos should look at is comparing this president to the president we have is outrageous. Number one, we didn't lock people up in cages. We didn't separate families. We didn't do all of those things. I would, in fact, make sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum.